Hi everyone, it's me Sanjeev Rawat, and in today's session I will discuss a topic that is Heron's formula, which is for class 10th. By the using Heron's formula, we can find the area of a triangle or area of any shape. With this help, Heron's formula is also applicable for the irregular shapes. If I am saying about the irregular shapes, it is made up of rectangle, or it may be like this. Suppose I am drawing this figure like this. This is the field, suppose, and I have to find the area of this field. Only with the help of the Heron's formula, we can find the area of this entire field by cracking it. Suppose if I am doing like this, then second part this, then third part this, and then fourth part this, then the entire area will be area 1 plus area 2 plus area 3 plus area 4 plus area 5. Now, what is the meaning of Heron's formula and how it was derived? Now, let us see how the Heron's has derived his formula to find the area of a triangle. Suppose I am just making a triangle here. Suppose this is the triangle A, B and C. Triangle means triangle is a bounded figure, bounded by the 3 line segment. This AB is a line segment, BC is a line segment, and this AC is a line segment, and they are bounded by each other. The ABC is called a triangle. This is the vertex A, vertex B, and vertex A. The side opposite to the vertex A is generally denoted by a small a. Suppose this BC side has the length of a small a. Then if for the vertex B, the side opposite to the vertex B is suppose B, a small b, and this is C, a small c. That means this A, this B, and this C are smalls, and they are the measurement of a side. BC side has the length of A, AC side has the length of B, and AB is equals to C. And we want to find the Heron's formula. Let us see what is the meaning of a Heron's formula. The Heron's formula says area of a triangle, simply you can say it delta. This is the term delta. This is equals to square root of S minus A, S minus B, and S minus C. This is the formula for Heron's formula. This is known as Heron's formula. Area of a triangle, simply you can say is delta. This is not a del or delta. Equals to under root of S minus A, S minus B, S minus C, where S is known as semi-perimeter. Perimeter means perimeter. If I am saying perimeter, peri means outer and meter means metric, means the sum of all 3 sides, means S will be equals to A plus B plus C upon 2. Then this S equals to A plus B plus C upon 2, and this is known as semi-perimeter. Semi means half, semi-perimeter. And now we are going to derive this formula, Heron's formula, that is delta equals to S under root of S, S minus A, S minus B, and S minus C. For this one, we need some algebraic identity. The first identity we need, that is A plus B whole square. Then what is the value of A plus B whole square? That is A square plus 2AB plus B square. Then A minus B whole square, that is equals to A square minus 2AB plus B square, and the last identity, that is A square minus B square, that is equals to A plus B and A minus B. These are the 3 most important identities to find, to use to get the Heron's formula. Now, one more identity is there, that is known as the Pythagoras theorem. The Pythagoras theorem says if this is a right angle triangle, or I am saying that A, B and C is a right angle triangle and it is right angled at B, then this will be equals to hypotenuse, this will be equals to base, and this will be equals to perpendicular. And according to the Pythagoras theorem, we can say AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Only this much we have to use to get the Heron's formula. This calculation is only for the manipulation of a calculation. Now, I am starting here to find the area of a triangle. Now, this was the triangle ABC. In this case, if I am saying the length is A here, this BC is A, this AC is equal to B, and this BC equals to C. Then if from vertex A to BC, I am dropping a perpendicular here. Suppose this is the perpendicular and this line meets BC at the point D. Suppose. Okay. Now, this length, this BD is suppose equals to D. Suppose equals to D, and then this will be equals to, now see, we have to calculate the value of DC. Then DC will be equals to BC minus BD. Then this will be equals to A minus D. This length will be equals to D. We are considering it as a D, then this length will be equals to this entire minus this. This length is equals to A and this is equals to D. Then this length will be equals to A minus D. Now, for in this figure, if I am saying ADB is a right angle triangle, then we can say this is the first triangle and ADC is the second triangle. Then we want to find the area. We want to find the area. Then we can say this area and this area are combined here. Now, let us see here. In a triangle, the first triangle I am letting it, that is ADB. ADB, which is right angled at D, 90 degree. If D is equal to 90 degree. And second one is, in the triangle, second triangle is triangle ADC. The first one was ADB and second is ADC. Now in this case, if I am saying ADB, now I am applying here Pythagoras theorem. Then for Pythagoras theorem, C square, in this case, C square is equal to D square plus, suppose this is equals to H. This is equals to H. Then we can write C square is equal to D square plus H square. C square equals to D square plus H square, and same in the second one, you can say this is B. B square is equal to H square plus, and this is equals to A minus D. This will be A minus D whole square. Now just see, by applying the formula Pythagoras theorem for the two triangles, in triangle ADB and secondly ADC, here also angle D is equal to 90 degree. Then C square equals to D square plus H square, and here B square equals to H square plus A minus D whole square. Now just see here, if I am changing it, means here I have to obtain H here, and from H here I can say this H square will be equals to C square minus D square. This is equation number 1. Suppose we can say H square is equal to C square minus D square. In this case, H square will be equals to, what will the value of H square? Then H square will be equals to B square minus A minus D whole square. This is equation number 2. Now just see here, this is the first equation, this one, and this is the second equation, this one. The first equation says H square equals to C square minus D square, and here H square equals to B square minus A minus D whole square. Now first and second, in the first equation and the second equation, left hand side is equal, means H square and H square is equal. Then I can say this C square minus D square can be written as B square minus A minus D whole square. From here c square minus d square can be written as b square minus a minus d whole square. Now we have to calculate this equation. Suppose this is equation number 3. This was the first, this was the first, this is the second, and this is the third, and we have to manipulate this one. We have to calculate this one. For the calculation, I am going here. See here, this is c square minus d square equals to b square minus a minus d whole square. Now, we see here, this is your aim. Your aim is to find the area of a triangle in the term of under root of s minus a, s minus b, s minus c. Here, the term h and h has been deleted here. D is not here. That means you have to find the value of d in the terms of a, b and c. Now, in this case, what you can do, you have to write c square minus d square equals to, now, b square minus a minus d whole square. If I am saying b square minus a minus d whole square, then you have to apply the formula here, b square minus and a minus d whole square. A minus d square equals to a square plus d square minus 2at. Now, c square minus d square is equal to b square minus. If minus exists before the bracket, then by the simplification, all the signs are changed. They are inverted. If there is a plus, then it will be negative. See here, this is equals to minus of a square. This will be equals to minus of d square. Then this will be equals to plus 2at. Okay. Now, this is d square and this is d square. This is of negative term. This is of negative term. That means it is cancelled. Then this is c square equals to b square minus a square plus 2at. Or you can say c square minus b square plus a square will be equals to 2ad. Hence, d will be equals to, from here you can find the value of d. Then d will be equals to c square minus b square plus a square upon 2a. This is the value of d. This is the value of d, and d is equal to c square minus b square plus a square upon 2a. Now, the first equation says, in the first case, if I am saying about the first case, then c square d is equal to c square plus a square minus b square upon 2a. Then h square equals to h square, see here, this is the first equation, h square is equal to c square minus d square. Now you have to focus here. C square minus d square means this will be equals to c square minus, what is the value of d? This will be equals to c square plus a square minus b square. This can be interchanged upon 2a whole square. This can be written as c square minus d square, and the d has the value of c square minus b square plus a square upon 2a. Then I have written here. Okay. Now, instead of taking the square of this one, you can use the third identity, a square minus b square equals to a plus b and a minus b. Then this will be equals to h square. You want to find the value of h. Then h square will be equals to circulate it as a square minus b square. This is a plus b and a minus b. This is c plus, in bracket, c plus a, c square plus a square minus b square upon 2a in a first bracket, and in the second bracket you can say this will be c minus c square plus a square minus b square upon 2a. This is the second bracket. You want to find the value of here h. Then lastly here h square will be equals to, now take the LCM here. The LCM will be equals to 2a. LCM will be equals to 2a. Then this 2a is multiplied by c. You are getting 2ac. Then plus c square plus a square minus b square. This one is the first one. And second one, it will be the second one will be equals to, taking the LCM here again, that is equals to 2A. 2A LCM, this will be equals to 2AC minus of C square plus A square minus B square. Now 2A and 2A, this is 2A and 2A, that will make 4A square, 1 upon 4A square into, this is 2AC plus C square plus A square. When you are saying this one, then this is the entire identity, A square plus C square plus 2AC, that is A plus C whole square. This will be equals to A plus C whole square minus B square. This is the first. Now just see here, this is 1 upon 4A square, this is A plus C whole square minus of B square. Similarly, you can see here, this I will start from B square, then B square plus B square minus, if this is minus A square, minus of A square plus C square minus 2AC. Then this will be 1 upon 4A square into A plus C whole square minus B square, first one, and this will be equals to B square minus A minus C whole square. This will be B square minus, this is the value of A minus C whole square, then this will be equals to B square minus A minus C whole square. Now again we have to apply A square minus B square, then this will be equals to 1 upon 4A square, then A plus C plus B first, and A plus C minus B for this one. Second one will be B plus A minus C and B minus A plus C. Using the identity A square minus B square, that is equals to A plus B and A minus B. Now I have told you here that S is equal to A plus B plus C upon 2. This is called a semi-parameter. S equals to A plus B plus C upon 2. If I am multiplying 2 by S, then I am getting here 2S. 2S equals to A plus B plus C. Now, first case, I am subtracting 2A from each side. Means 2S minus 2A will be equals to A plus B plus C minus 2A. I am subtracting 2A from both the sides. Then taking common here, 2 times S minus A is equal to B plus C minus A. This will be A minus 2. Minus 2A plus A will be equals to minus A and B plus C. That means 2 times S minus A is equal to B plus C minus A. Similarly, if I am saying 2S minus 2B, then it will be equals to A plus B plus C minus 2B. Then 2 times S minus B will be equals to A plus C minus B. A plus C minus B. This is equals to 2 times S minus C. Similarly, last one, 2S minus 2C will be equals to A plus B plus C minus 2C, or 2 times S minus C will be equals to A plus B minus C. Now just see here, why I have changed this here. See, A plus B plus C here. Then A plus B plus C will be equals to 2S. A plus B plus C will be equals to 2S. A minus C minus B will be equals to here A plus C minus B will be equals to A plus C minus B. A plus C minus B is equal to 2 times S minus B. A plus B minus C. A plus B minus C will be equals to 2 times S minus C, and A minus B minus A plus C equals to 2 times S minus A. Okay. Now that means you can write here 1 upon 4A square into, this can be written as 2S, this one, 2S. Then by this calculation you can say second can be written as 2S minus A, then 2S minus B and 2S minus C. This one, 1 upon 4A square, 2S, this is S minus A, S minus B, S minus C. Now 2 and 2 are cancelled out, 2 2s are 4, then this 2, 4 cancelled here. Then I am making it here. The last calculation was H square is equal to 1 upon 4A square into 2S into 2 times S minus A, 2 times S minus B and 2 times S minus C. Then 2 into 2, that is equals to 4, cancelled here, and remaining is 2 into 2, 4. 4 S minus A, S minus B and S minus C. This one, 2 into 2, 4 S into S minus A, S minus B, S minus C upon A square. Upon A square. This is the value of H square. H square. If I want to find the value of H, then H will be equals to plus minus square root of 4 times S minus A, S minus B, S minus C upon A square. Because it is a height, then we have to delete minus part, it is only a positive. The height is always in the plus. Then H will be equals to plus, I am not writing a plus, this will be equals to 1 upon A. 1 upon A and 2 here, 2 will be here, 2 upon A under root of S minus A, S minus B and S minus C. From here I have got the H. Now the first line, just go to your first one, that was the area of a triangle. That is 1 upon 2 into base into height. That means 1 upon 2 into base. The base was A. Base was A and the height is 2 upon A into under root of S minus A, S minus B, S minus C. 2 and 2 cancel, A and A cancel, then delta will be equals to, this is the delta equals to under root of S minus A, S minus B, S minus C. And this is the derivation of Heron's formula. This entire was the derivation of a Heron's formula. With this help of the Heron's formula, you can find the area of a scalene triangle, or you can find the area of a equilateral triangle also. Now let us see the application of the Heron's formula. I have already told you about when the triangle is a scalene. Scalene means if all the sides are different, this is A, this is B, this is C, then first we have to calculate the S. S is semi-perimeter, that is A plus B plus C upon 2. Then you can apply the formula, that is delta equals to square root of S minus A, S minus B, S minus C. Now, with the help of a Heron's formula, I will tell you about how to get the area of an equilateral triangle. Now, this is about the equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. When I am saying about the equilateral triangle is a triangle whose all sides are equal. A, B, C. This side is equal to this and is equals to this. Then this is called equilateral triangle. Suppose this is equals to A, then this will be equals to A, then this will also equals to A. Now, with the help of a Heron's formula, I have to derive the area of an equilateral triangle. For this one, first let us consider S, that is perimeter. S equals to A plus B plus C upon 2. Now, in the equilateral triangle, A is equal to B is equal to C, and suppose it is equals to A. You have to consider it as A, because this side and this sides are equal. Then you can say A is equal to B and E is equal to C, and let us consider it as a. Then S will be equals to A plus A upon 2. That is 3A upon 2. S equals to 3A upon 2. Now the formula says here delta equals to under root of S minus A, S minus B and S minus C. Then S is equal to 3A upon 2. Then substitute it like this, and this will be equals to S equal to 3A by 2. Right here, 3A by 2. Then S minus A means 3 upon 2 minus A. Again 3A upon 2 minus, what is the value of B here? This will again A. And the last one, that will be equals to 3A upon 2 minus A. Then when we are calculating it, then we are getting a square root of 3A upon 2 into 3A by 2 minus A will be equals to A by 2. See, this can be written as 1, 2, 3A minus 2. 3A minus 2A will be A, and this will be equals to A by 2. Similarly for here, this will be again A by 2, and the last one, that is also equals to A by 2. Then this is a square root of 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, that is 2 to the 4 to the 8 to the 16. Then write the denominator here 16, and the 3 will be this A into A square is multiplied by A cube to the power square, A cube into A, that is A to the power 4, or you can write here A square into A square. Now A into A square, then this is under root of 3 into A square into A square upon under root of 16. This can be written as square root of 3A square into A square upon under root of 16. Then under root of A square will be equals to A here. Under root of A square, that is also equals to A, and here it will be under root of 3 upon square root of 16 will be equals to 4. Or you can say here, this is under root of 3 A square upon 4. That means area of equilateral triangle. Area of an equilateral triangle having the side A. A is equal to delta equals to under root 3 upon 4 into side square. This is the area of an equilateral triangle, that is delta means area equals to square root of 3 under root 3 upon 4 side square, where for the equilateral triangle all sides are equal. This was the best application of a Heron's formula. Now we will do a question based on the Heron's formula. This is a very interesting question. The question says a field is in the shape of a trapezium whose parallel sides are 25 meter and 10 meter, and the non-parallel sides are 14 meter and 13 meter. Then you have to find the area of a field. This question is based on the NCERT, and this is a good question. Shape of a trapezium. Now just draw a trapezium first here. Suppose this is the trapezium. Half of the question is solved by making the figure. Suppose this is the trapezium, and this is suppose A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. The question says the field is in the shape of a trapezium, this one, whose parallel sides are. this side and this side are parallel, means AB is parallel to CD. Then this length, this is the bigger length and this is the smaller, then this is equals to 25 meter. 25 meter, and this length is equal to 10 meter. This is the first information about the figure. The second information collects that the non-parallel sides, this and this are non-parallel side, and this is equal to suppose 14 centimeter, and this is equal to suppose this is equal to 14 centimeter, and this is equal to suppose 13 centimeter. Then you want to find the area of a field. You want to find the area of the field. For this one, we know that only the Heron's formula is applicable only for the triangle. Now construct this trapezium, convert it into a triangle by making this as a parallelogram. Suppose this is the parallelogram. This one. Suppose this point is equals to A, B, C, D. Suppose here this is D and this is suppose E. Now this is the figure first. A, D, C. Suppose this is equals to F. A, F, C, D is a parallelogram. First one. And this is the triangle. C, F, B. B, C, F. Okay. Now if this is equal to 10 centimeter, then the opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal in the measurement, then this will also equals to 10 centimeter. If this is equals to 10 and this complete is equal to 25, then this will be equals to 15 centimeter. This is 15, this is 10, the entire will be 25. Now first, this is the triangle CFB. We have to use triangle. The complete area will be equals to area 1 plus area 2. Area of a parallelogram plus area of a triangle. Now I am going to get the area of triangle, and the triangle is CBF. CBF. This C, B and F. This is equal to 13, then this will also equals to 13. The area of a triangle whose sides are 13, 14 and 15. This one. Then suppose A is equal to, small a is equal to suppose 15 centimeter. Small b is equal to suppose 14 centimeter, and small c is equal to 13 centimeter. Now I have to apply the Heron's formula. What the Heron formula say? Heron formula says delta is equal to square root of s minus a, s minus b and s minus c. And what is the s? S is equal to a plus b plus c upon 2. Now we have to calculate s first here. And s will be equals to a. A means 15 plus 14 plus 13 upon 2. 15 plus 14 plus 13 upon 2. Then this will be equals to 4 plus 3 7, 7 plus 5 is equal to 12. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 42 upon 2, that is equals to 21. 21 is the semi-perimeter. Then delta will be equals to under root of s. S is equal to 21. 21 minus 15. 21 minus 14. And 21 minus 13. See, this will be square root of 21 into 21 minus 15 will be equals to 6. 21 minus 14 will be equals to 7. 21 minus 13 will be equals to 8. Then delta will be equals to square root of 21 is multiplied by 6 is multiplied by 7 is multiplied by 8. Then 21. 21 can be written as 7 into 3. 6 can be written as 3 into 2. And 7 into 1, and 8 can be written as 4 into 2. Now just see, this 7 and this 7 will be 7 square. Then you can write here square root of 7 square into this 3 and this 3 will be equals to 3 square. Then 4 into 2, 8 into 2, that is equal to 16, and you can say it 4 square. Then this will be equals to 7, while simplifying the square root, then delta will be equals to 7 into 3 into 4. This is equals to 7 into 3, 21, 21 into 4, 21 into 4, that is equals to 84, 21 into 4, that is equals to 84. 84 meter square is the area of a triangle, this one. Now one thing more I want to tell you here, this triangle ABC, triangle CBF can be written as 1 upon 2 base into height. Base is equal to 15 and height you have to consider, that is suppose h. This is the height here, h. This height, h. Then 2 times, what is the area of CBF from here? It is 84 equals to 15 into h. Then h will be h equals to 2 into 84 upon 15. Now this will be equals to 3 5s are 15, 3 2s are 6, 2 3 8s are 56 upon 5. And h will be equals to 56 upon 5. This is the value of h here. Now area of a parallelogram. Parallelogram is equal to base into height. Base into height. What is the base here? Base of a parallelogram, that is equals to 10. And height is equal to 56 upon 5. And this will be equals to 10 into 56 upon 5. 5 to 0. And this will be equals 6 to 0, 12. Remainder 1, 1, 1, 2. 112 meter square is the area of a parallelogram. So area of a field will be equals to area of parallelogram plus area of triangle. Area of a parallelogram equals to 112 plus, and area of a field triangle, that was equals to 84. And this is equals to 4 plus 2, 6, 8 plus 1, 9, 196. And total complete area will be equals to 196 meter square. This is your answer. And this is the most important question from the NCERT.